Joining us now is John, and we are at Titan Medical Center. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming here. I appreciate it.
From the moment I walked through the threshold, I knew that this place was magical and something special, from all the furnishings and the floor, but mostly the people, right? How did you create this? How did you create Titan Medical Center? What does it mean to you?
It was, I guess, just a dream and a concept of what I was going to do. Actually, you know, when I seen certain things, it was like I knew it was going to happen. So, you know, I got my wife on board because she was in the medical field at that point. And at that point, we started putting things together and just going through all the trials and tribulations to get to where we've become today. And at that point, it's been a long road. Definitely a lot went into it, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of sacrifice. You know, we started Titan Medical Center with $2,000, our last tax return check.
I know, that's fascinating to me. So you had $2,000 at your last tax check return, and you're like, well, what are we going to do?
Right.
And you just went for it.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was there.
Okay.
You know, I don't know, it was just kind of like, you know, when you told me like one night, you know, you just got downloaded.
Yes, again.
It was,
right.
It was clear as day to me.
Lovely.
So, you know, it was really, really cool. You know, Sharice, she really didn't understand in the beginning or think it was a good idea. A lot of people didn't think it was a good idea, from our parents to everybody else. And at that point, I knew it was. So, you know, we just continued on, didn't worry about what anybody else said, and just worked by patient. We didn't have any money for advertising or anything like that. I think the first advertising thing we did was maybe a couple months down the road. We financed a Hummer that had 100,000 miles on it.
Okay.
And I knew it was going to wrap it because we were in Trinity, which is like 45 minutes from Tampa. Back then, there was no telemedicine. So patients were flying in from Tampa Airport and driving 45 minutes. But we had current patients around this area that had to drive a long, lengthy way to get to us. So at that point, you know, we moved out of Trinity because we had somewhere where we could rent by day, by week, by month. And at that point, the guy that was running that practice, you know, his niece needed a place to practice. She just got out of med school. So they were like, hey, listen, you got to go. And they were super nice. I mean, you know, I give them, you know, a lot of credit for helping us, you know, become what we are today too, just setting up some of the different things and giving us that space, you know, and being able to do that.
To start as entrepreneurs.
It was.
So you had like this vision, you're starting out, we all start somewhere. And I think that's the interesting thing too, is entrepreneurs, is that it's just in the doing. It's the next right yes.
Yes.
Day by day. And the next right yes for all of your patients and your clients, right?
Absolutely.
So what is it that you love best about helping people? What is it that you actually do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so we change people's lives.
Okay.
You know, that's what we do. And the biggest gratification would be a patient saying, you've changed my life for the better. Like, or see the transformation they've done, like maybe 80 or 100 pounds they've lost, or 50 pounds. Whether just accomplishing whatever their dream and goal is, that's what we're here to do, with health as the #1 priority. When we got into this, the real reason that we wanted to start this was, one, we wanted to let everybody know about what was going on with hormones and be able to blood check.
So misunderstood, right? The whole hormone situation, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Even back in 2011, you said that, you know, people were like, oh, too much testosterone, you're going to kill yourself, this or this or this or that. Nobody really understood it.
Yeah, no,
so,
I wouldn't even say too much testosterone. It was testosterone in general.
Okay.
In general, like back then, especially, you know, through the years, it's gotten a lot better. There's more education out there. There's been more studies out there. There's more clinical data, and you know, we know that, listen, testosterone's safe to use now as far as that goes. So a consultation with our medical provider is going to be 30 to 45 minutes. So you have a long amount of time to be able to talk to the provider, be comfortable with the provider, talk about what the problems are, them talk about what the solutions could be, and then how they could help you. So that's really the true difference right there. It's the patient experience all the way through and through. I think, you know, with that, you know, the other thing is that if a patient wants to contact us and they have a problem, or they want to give us positive feedback, or they have a question, they can call, text, email, they get a response right away.
Okay, that's very important. So your customer service, your patient relationship is vital.
Yep.
Well, stay tuned, because up next, we're going to be joined by Sharice. Charisse, I just got a chance to sit down and talk to John, but I want to know from like the female perspective, all of the different services you have. So we were talking about men and men menopause is one thing, right? Female menopause, a lot of times people didn't even talk about it back in the day, right?
Right.
But you have all of these wonderful services for both men and women, but in particular, what's really nice is I saw that you can help like reignite romance.
You know that's important, right? The bedroom.
Very important.
Yes.
It's extremely important. You know, as we age, that intimacy, that ability to connect with another human, right, is really valued,
right,
and so often forgotten about.
It is,
and
especially when you get busy.
It destroys relationships because you're not having that level of human touch or human connection anymore.
Right.
How have you seen that develop along in your practice, like helping women be their best?
Well, I think for starters that getting your hormones balanced is going to be first off.
Okay.
That plays a huge role because we can give you guys all the libido enhancers in the world, and it just doesn't really fix the core of the issue.
Okay.
When we hit menopause as females, we truly do get dry downstairs. That can also cause some libido issues and some issues in the bedroom. Testosterone levels being low for females because we also have testosterone. I think that some people forget that we have testosterone too.
They don't realize it. Yes.
We don't need as much as guys do, but we do need a little bit. Okay. And that testosterone does indeed control libido. So those two things play a huge role in itself, is just making sure your hormones are balanced. Outside of that, we have PT141. It's an injectable and a nasal spray. That one's a really good one for the bedroom. I actually tried that one myself.
Good to know.
I tried all of them myself. Me and John are the guinea pigs, so we try everything to make sure that we can hoorah, all the therapies. So the PT141 though was really, really good, and it does make you feel like you can truly connect. It's one that was made for females in particular for libido enhancement. Because they forget about us females, that we need some help in the bedroom too. Not just the guys. For the guys, they got Viagra, Cialis. I mean, they just keep on going with all these different variations. But for the females, it's important too.
And does that onboarding start with blood work as well?
Yes, typically it will have, we will tell patients to get blood work done just to get a baseline reading. We do have some therapies that don't require any blood work. So some people, for example, us females, is we're the best projects, but some of us are eager, right? We want to lose weight, and we're like, I don't want to get blood work done. I just want to hop on some weight loss therapies, and I want to hit the gas and run with it. There's an avenue to go down. However, it's nice to have a baseline reading on females so we can see what's going on. And you can be 25, 35, 45, 55. It doesn't matter what age you are, because we're seeing hormonal imbalances in all types of patients. Using myself as an example.
Okay.
I have endometriosis. I didn't know until we opened up Titan Medical Center that I had high estrogen levels that was fueling my endometriosis growth. It was causing me to have a laparoscopy every 2 years. And that's not a way to live, and it's not a way to live in pain. But when we opened Titan Medical Center, I ran my own hormones. We did our own test trials on me and literally saved my own life.
And you had a medical background.
Yeah.
Right. So John came to us with a sports background and a fitness background and things like that. You came in with a medical background. You kind of blended together.
It was a good mix.
It is a good mix. You guys have such great energy together. So when I was going through your brochure too, it's not. It's so much. It's comprehensive. It's overall wellness and things of that nature. But what I thought was really interesting too is you can service people nationwide through telemedicine.
Yep.
How does telemedicine work with Titan Medical Center? Tell us how it works. How can people get involved?
So it's actually super easy.
Okay.
It's never been easier. You just literally call up. We'll send you for blood work, because if you do want blood work, you can go nationwide.
Okay.
And typically there's a lab within a 5 to 10 mile radius, and you just get your prepaid lab slip in your email, go in to the lab, get the lab work done. We get the results in about 2 to 3 business days. As soon as we get the results back, we call you, hey, we got these results in. Here's a sneak peek of the labs, give you a little bit of background. You fill out your paperwork, boom, we schedule your telemedicine visit. Typically you can get in within a first couple days. Get you scheduled, and then you meet with the provider on telemedicine. It's recorded face-to-face, and after that, the pharmacy sends it directly to your house. It really doesn't get any easier than that. It really doesn't. And you don't have to even leave your house to do your visit.
Right. Now, sometimes people, entrepreneurs that I've visited with over the course of time, and it's like a couple, and they're running the business together. How do you divide your business life from? Do you make time for dates? That's what I want to know. Do you have date time sometimes?
I'll be honest with you. So I feel as though because we're so intertwined, we really don't leave each other's side. And luckily, we don't want to kill each other. Thank goodness. He stands me really is what the truth behind that is. But it does intertwine, and it does meet the bedroom after hours, and that's what we end up talking about. But we do have one thing that we do. It's very important and special.
Yes.
But it's every Thursday for the whole time we've been together. We go to the movies.
Oh, wow.
And then we have a movie night. We don't miss it unless there's a baseball game, of course, but then we make up for it on the weekend. But
Lovely.
It's our time, and we love the movies. We're movie buffs. But it's a good time where we can just really enjoy each other's time. You can't be on your phone because it's super rude to do in a movie.
Right.
And just enjoy each other and, kind of just enjoy the movie. And we haven't missed a week up to date.
Oh, that's absolutely
It's important.
So it's those rituals, it's those little tiny things that you do for one another.
Important.
And the friendship, like I said, the culture here is really wonderful. From the moment I walk through the threshold, people are friendly, people are kind. It's a whole entire thing. So it's like Titan is the way to be.
Well, we wanted to make a culture out of it. So it wasn't just a medical center. It's a lifestyle. It's being part of a family. Because even people, believe it or not, people that knew us 10 years ago, and let's say they may not even be a patient anymore for whatever reason that is, they know they can still contact us whenever they want. They can reach out and ask questions. We're here for them forever.
And speaking of lifestyle brand, you also have cool clothes.
Yeah.
I want to get a couple of
I make a joke all the time, and I say that John was in his prior life, he was a fashion designer and I was a bird.
Right.
But, he was a fashion designer in his prior life because he came out with all these cool outfits. All the leggings, the onesies and everything. You would think that a man couldn't come up with all these cool things and still be so alpha. But he's happened to just manage that.
I'm Donna Drake. We're living it up right here at Titan Medical Center. Being a parent doesn't mean you can't look chic. Stay tuned. Joining us now is the founder of Baldwin Baby, all the way from Alabama. Welcome to the show, MacKenzie.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. They call you Mac.
Yes.
Cute nickname.
Thank you.
So what it is that I believe you invented was a chicer look for a diaper bag and accessories.
That's exactly right.
What made you not want the ugly, fluffy, balloon-looking things?
So you actually hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
So I actually have two boys. They are now 6 and 3.5. And when I was pregnant with our oldest, I, searched the internet for all the diaper bags. And of course, I had no idea what I was getting myself into as a first-time mom. So I just bought one purely based off style because I liked how it looked. I would say probably about a month in, I was like, this is not working for us. It doesn't have the storage. So I went and I bought another bag, and it was purely for function. It's exactly how you described it. It was just big and bulky, and it did the job that I needed it to do. So then a couple years later, I'm now pregnant with our second, and I find myself in the same situation. I'm scrolling the internet, and I was forced to have to pick between style and functionality. So it was right then that I was like, okay, this is a problem. I need to fix it. So it probably didn't happen for a couple more years, but eventually we were like, okay, so we need to design a bag for moms who need the function, but still have the style that they want. So that's what we did.
Yeah, they were probably going from carrying a really nice, valet
designer
bag, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, do.
That is exactly it.
It's hard,
It
right?
is hard.
And then you don't want something where the baby bottle's falling out, it's flimsy, it doesn't have structure. The nice thing about your bag is that it has structure.
Yeah. So that's really what we were going for. We wanted the interior to have all of the design and functionality that you needed with all the pockets and the zippers and places to put the diapers and the bottles, but we wanted the structure of a designer bag, and that's what we did.
Do you suggest that they buy two? So that like one is just ready to go, because we all live busy lives now, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that to go bag already ready,
Right.
just pop in a couple of little things and then you're out the door. And then when you come home, you have the other one that still might need to be disassembled.
Yeah. So that's really up to you. Another side that we really wanted to focus on was when we were designing this luxury bag, is that it was affordable, because
Yes.
nobody can go spend thousands of dollars on, let's face it, a diaper bag. So we definitely keep our price down as far as a designer goes. But as far as having two options, if you can do it, great, because we have so many different designs and sizes. You might be a first-time overpacking mom, or the mom who just needs her phone and her keys and maybe a diaper and a pack of wipes.
Right.
So we have something that fits that whole variety. So if you have the availability to get more than one,
Maybe
we welcome
get
it.
a big one and a little one,
Yep.
right?
And then
Okay.
we also have, and I still to this day keep this in my car, they're like diaper caddies. So it's like a changing station on the go. So you can keep everything you need right in there. And I keep it between the center seats in the back. So all my boys, they can just throw all their toys in there and it's there if they need it, but the back seat is contained because we know it's a disaster back there.
Yeah, there's like banana fingerprints
everywhere.
Like
Fruit
those
snacks,
little, I was just gonna say the
all
little
the
fruit
stuff.
snacks are like
Yes.
embedded in the carpet. It's like, it can be
Exactly,
messy.
yeah.
So you keep it nice and tidy.
Exactly.
Love that. So it's practical, it's functional,
Yes.
innovative, right? And it's yours.
Yes.
Right? What was that like, the moment that you felt like, wow, I've got this and now it can be manufactured? When the first one came together, what were your thoughts?
It was really exciting. This was our first venture into this, so we were also kind of learning as we go and going with the flow, and we were getting samples back that we just didn't love, or we were still having to tweak it, or we get it back and we love the design and the style of it, but then when we turned the page and kind of looked at the functionality, it still wasn't there. So that
Okay.
had to take a back burner. So, but
Took
yeah,
some time.
we just
Took some
love
time
it.
to figure it out.
It did.
What have the people, the clients, what have they been saying? What type of testimonials are you getting back?
Yeah. So they really just love the practicality and the versatility of it. So one thing is we really want to design something that the parents can go from stage to motherhood. It's not just about a diaper bag.
Right.
All of our bags can go from, the first trip home from the hospital to play dates and potty training. And that even goes for if a mom is looking for a bag to, drop her kids off to daycare and then have to go into work and still look like they're put together with not carrying, a cartoon design or the standard blue or pink diaper bag. We're designing this for the mom and not the child.
I remember when my kids were little, it's been a while. But yeah, there were everything came in only pastels.
Yes.
And pastels are okay, but like, you're right, it's like, it looked like a parka. It looked like a
Exactly.
puffy something, right? And it was
They
just
were
like,
designing it for the
As-
child
right, exactly.
and not for the parent who's
Correct.
actually carrying it. Something else that we're really kind of breaking into is it's our Bon Secours bag. It's our dad bag, as we call it.
Lovely.
So it's a unisex diaper bag. It's made out of a rugged, water-resistant canvas. It's got a little boxier style. So it's more designed for your dads, but moms can wear it too.
Right,
So
an adventure.
Exactly.
Right over, it's like the adventure bag.
Exactly.
Love
so
it.
when my husband, we first, got that very first beautiful bag that just didn't work, my husband was like, I don't really want to carry this. He was like, I will if I have to, but I'd rather just put everything in a different bag. And so we had this idea of, let's make something for the dads.
A little more rugged.
Yes. And it's perfect for them. They love it.
Love that. It was so nice to have you here.
Thank you
for
so
coming all the way
much.
to New York to be a guest on this show.
Thank you.
Sometimes people just remote guest in, which is also lovely, but it was nice to actually sit here and meet you. I hope
Yes.
you're enjoying your visit here.
Yes, we
Do you
are.
come to New York often?
So
or-
this is actually our first time.
Welcome.
We spent all day yesterday in the city. We actually did a little billboard in Times Square. So we had to go check Baldwin Baby out
You
in Times Square
did?
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's
So
fantastic.
yeah, we love it here.
I was just on the Times Square billboard myself recently,
Yeah.
and it's mind-blowing, right?
It's very surreal
It
to
is
sit there
surreal.
with everybody and know that your stuff is just right there plastered in front of everybody.
Oh my
it was
gosh!
lovely.
Please take please send us the picture of you in front of the board. 'Cause I'm
Yes,
sure
of
you took
course.
lots of pictures,
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, Mac, it was such a joy to have you here.
Thank
and
you.
happy journeys to you. And I think I might need one of the bags. I'm eventually going to have grandkids.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll just look cool and fashionable carrying it anyway.
Exactly.
It could be a production bag.
It could.
Thank you.
Thank you
Really
so
nice
much.
to meet you.
You too.
Stay tuned for more. We've been visiting with the founder of Baldwin Baby. Thanks for watching. Joining us once again is Gregory Zarian. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Donna?
I'm fabulous. I've missed you. What's going on in your journey, my friend?
I've missed you. Survived the fires here in LA. There's something really beautiful about us Angelinos that came together as a community, and it was 3 months a few days ago, and we all just grabbed hands and we all showed up for each other. So it's, as divided as some think we are so united and connected. And home is where the heart is, and LA is my home. And I am proud to be a Angelino, and I'm proud to be supporting everyone that has gone through so much.
I happened to be traveling out there because Elise and I, through my daughter Elise's work, we were out there for the Grammys, and then I had the opportunity to go see, sadly, the destruction with my own eyes, and then we ended up doing a couple of features. I am so sincerely, my heart really is still with everyone. It's a lot, and I appreciate the fact that you said the community's coming together. Speaking of community,
Sure.
you are a member of a certain community, which brings an expertise to the role that you're playing now on Venice. Let's talk about Venice, the series.
Venice Season 7, multi-Emmy award-winning series that was created in 2009 by Crystal Chappelle from Days of Our Lives, Guiding Light. And what was fascinating about spending more time on this show was this love story created on Guiding Light, which the show ended in 2009. They couldn't have two women kissing on network daytime TV. So Crystal went, you know what? It's such a great love story. I'm going to take Otalia, the character's name, and continue the storyline on a show that she created called Venice Series, where at that time, and even now on the internet and on the web, there's so much more storytelling that can be told. So 7 seasons later, it is the love story of Annie and Gina and all the ins and outs of what it means, what it takes, and family members, friends, life, work, all of it to be with the one that you love. And it is my 3rd season. I was introduced in season 5 as Detective Nick Thander. And for the past 2 seasons, I have played his handsome twin brother, Nate. And Nate was introduced in New York. The series went to New York in season 6, and now we're back in Venice, California. And I follow the lovebirds back to Venice, California, and it's what it takes to just what it takes to be with the people you love. And we all love who we love, and I'm so proud to be part of this story. And it's just a love story about 2 awesome women.
Now, are you on hiatus at all, or like what's happening in the process of this when you're putting together a series? Do you shoot it all in like a few days? Like, what's the day-to-day work that goes into it?
The day-to-day work is, first of all, assembling all the actors. Crystal has an amazing group of storytellers from season 1 that starred, daytime legends Susan Seaforth Hayes, Mary Beth Evans, Peter Reckel, and she then dove into her Guiding Light friends and One Life to Live friends, from Hillary B. Smith to Hillary Stone to Tina Sloan, and getting everybody on the same time schedule. And then we had COVID, and then we had life, and then Crystal became a grandma, and life happened. So first of all, finding the time frame that we can all be together, creating the story around all the characters that she wanted to bring back. Nadia Bjorlin came back for this season. She played Laura, who her character was sent to jail because Detective Nick sent her to jail. she just created this great ensemble, and we all got together and we spent a couple weeks filming season 7 last year, November, December, and we launched this past spring. And as Crystal says, fall into love with Venice, the series. Once again, fall in love with love.
And it's exclusively available on Vimeo, correct?
It is. It's all 7 seasons are available on Vimeo. It's a subscription. And Donna, one thing I just want to say about the show, it's just a great love story. Episodes are 7 to 10 minutes long, and it's fun, it's heartbreaking, it's real, it's everything that all of us are going through. And I'm really proud to just play Nate. And it's a character that I'm proud of. As you know, I was nominated for an Emmy for it, and it's just real life being told through the story of Venice, the series.
Nice. And we got permission from your team to show a trailer, so let's take a look.
Please.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we're back. Gregory, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to be spending time with you. One of the times that you were in my show years ago, you were so thoughtful. You sent me like a little candle in a cobalt blue jar. And I want to tell you, I still have it at my home because I didn't ever want to burn it. But every once in a while I'd come by and I give it a little sift because I didn't want it to burn it, because then I wouldn't have it. And I like having it. It's an item that I cherish and that I love. So I just wanted to let you know that you're part of my home. You're present.
Do me a favor, Donna. If you light this candle, I'll send you another one.
All right. Well, then you know what I'll do? I will light it. I will light it for you, Gregory. You're a joy and a delight. My best wishes to you always. And please tell your friend Matt that I said thank you for connecting us again.
I will, and thank you for being so lovely to me. Much love. And I'm going to have my twin brother reach out to you so you can have the experience of the Zarian twins.
Ooh, I would love that. Double the trouble, double the fun. All right. Thanks, Gregory. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye. We are here in beautiful, sunny Tampa. And once again, it's Keegan. How have you been?
I've been good. It's so good to see you.
It's nice to see you too. Lots of good family times. I was away in St. Louis with my family. I know that you've been spending time with your family.
Yeah.
But this is wonderful. What's happening here? They're going to be breaking ground where?
Yeah, here in Tampa, right down the street from Water Street. It's actually going to extend all the way up here.
And where are we?
We're at ORA Hotel and Private Residences here in Tampa.
Lovely. And it's
Yeah.
by Arc Development?
It is, yeah. It's the first of its kind. Condo Hotel is the first one in Tampa. We're
Well, I
really
also heard
excited.
that phase 1 and phase 2 are already sold out. So people are in on this, right?
That's why I wanted to get you here. Phase 3 is still available.
All right, let's go. Let's go inside.
Come on. Donna, I really wanted to bring you here today because this is the first of its kind here in Tampa, the Condo Hotel, and I wanted to introduce you to Zach, who's the sales director here.
Lovely. Yeah, this is phenomenal. Tell us what you love best about this. What are we looking at?
Well, we're really excited to present this first of its kind, as Keegan mentioned, 5-star luxury condo hotel coming to downtown Tampa. This is just steps away from Water Street. So what we've got here is a 39-story development, and it's going to have penthouses on the top 4 floors, and then all the floors from there down, those are what's called condo hotel units. So those provide investors the opportunity to purchase a unit and rent it out just like a regular hotel room. So yeah, the development is amazing. It's got all the amenities you could possibly imagine for a 5-star development. It's got a 10,000 square foot steakhouse, 2 stories. It's got over 15,000 square feet of convention center space. It's got a daycare. It's got a full service day spa with multiple treatments rooms. It's got a 10th story pool deck with a huge outdoor entertainment screen for DJs and live events that will be taking place there. This is just really an amazing development, and we're very, very proud to bring it to Tampa.
I also heard that there might be something on the roof.
There is. This is also another first of its kind.
Okay.
We have a helicopter landing pad on the roof.
Wonderful. So for people that are global travelers and things of that nature, or just to bring in like some celebrity that wants to perform here.
Anybody who wants to fly in undetected absolutely can do so.
And my understanding is the demand is super high for it. You guys are already sold out of phase 1 and phase 2. And if I remember correctly, you guys actually have the conference centers booked for like 2 years after development.
So
Wow, my goodness.
yeah. So we
Wow.
have already sold out of phase 1 and phase 2. We've sold over 120 units already, so the demand is sky high. Yeah, we do have plenty of bookings already. So the convention center next door is booked out for 6 years. So the demand in Tampa, in this area for convention space, is huge. In fact, there's a huge need for additional hotel rooms as well. We have a large deficiency, so we just don't have enough of this product
they're building
in the
it.
area. So
Nice.
we're here building it. That's why we're here.
Yeah, let's go. You ready to take a dip in the pool?
Absolutely, let's do it.
We're gonna go swimming.
Yeah, come on back.
Thank you.
We have an amazing virtual tour. There's nothing like it out there. So what we're gonna have you do is you're gonna put on the goggles
Yes.
and you can actually walk right into this hotel and you can see what the individual units look like. You can see the pool deck, you can see the lasers flying around at night in the DJ booth, all of that in a real one-on-one scenario, exactly what it's gonna look like.
So just taking a look around, you can get an idea of what it's going to look like on a busy night. One thing to see are the nice architecture, the warm ambient lighting. You're going to have a beautiful, nice sized bar over here.
Actually look all the way up the building.
Gotta edit that one out.
Very good.
Few things to look at out here. You're going to get the massive pull off to the right, of course. If you look up further to the right, you'll see the DJ stage along with the waterfall feature as well.
Keep going.
I'm scared. My hand.
This gives you an aerial view.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Intense, isn't it? So that white building right there, that's where we are.
Okay.
So Aura is going to be this whole entire block right here.
I feel like I'm gonna fall off.
Yeah, I know. That's why they have you sign the waiver. But you can see from here, you know, there's where Amelie is. You can see how beautiful the views are gonna be.
How you doing?
You know.
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Maybe.
Wow, guys. Oh my goodness gracious, this is surreal.
Isn't it?
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Wow.
So Keegan, that was really the first time I've played video games before like that, but the first time I've ever taken that type of a tour. What were your thoughts?
It's incredible. It's state of the art, and it really actually helps people see what it's really going to be versus just a picture.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, a picture paints 1,000 words, but when it's a moving picture, it feels like you're actually there. So I'm gonna crash tonight, you know, right by the pool. How about you?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be at the restaurant.
There you go. And you know, and I know that you and Luigi have this great rapport, so I'm going to bring him back. But stay tuned for more, because up next it's Luigi and Keegan.
Yeah.
So Keegan is one of our advisors that we handpicked to be part of this. I want to make sure that any advisor that aligns his interests with that of Aura is someone of really high caliber, someone who's ethical, someone who's not going to misrepresent. At the end of the day, we must make sure that every single buyer knows exactly what they're getting. And when they're educated, I'm sure that most of the people introduced to this, if they're really looking for a good income property, they're not going to find any better than Aura.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have so many people in mind that I'm ready to introduce this to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. This is a great partnership, and we're going to evolve together.
Likewise.
Thank you, Keegan.
Yes, sir.
The best thing about ARC is I now own that sales process. I have control over that sales process.
Okay.
What hurt me a little bit with my last project is I used a listing agent, and he didn't properly do a good job at selling the units to his clients. He did whatever he needed to do to exact the sale. I want to make sure that people buying my product are buying it for the right reasons.
And buying it kind of from you,
Exactly.
right? Like your name is here, and it's something that you
Definitely.
developed.
My brand is very, very important. I'm not going to tarnish that for nobody. This is a very, really good income property, real income property for the right buyer.
Beautiful.
And they're out there. The proof is in the pudding. Our sales are going really, really well. We just sold out of phase 2. We're selling phase 3 right now, and the momentum's just building.
Do you always wish that you could live at each of your different things that you've developed over time?
No.
Like, is a little heart of you in each place? No?
I'm not that guy from 90210 that wants something in a hotel. I'm not that guy.
Okay.
I do my projects
Yes.
because I want to own them. I want to continue to own those units, and I want to own the management company.
Understood.
So my investors that buy properties in my condo hotels, they become like family.
Beautiful.
The more money they make, the more money I make. It's a model that works. And our intent when we first came to the US and we wanted to focus all our efforts into Florida is to scale this model.
Okay.
It's a very lean management fee structure. It's a very lean HOA. There are things that I do with this model that makes me very unique and makes the product more geared towards that income investor where they're gonna end up with a lion's share of the profits of the income. Nobody else quite does it like that. The traditional condo hotel model, they take 50 to 55% of the gross adjusted revenue.
Correct.
And a lot of their expenses in the HOA, they're commingled with hotel operations. I carved it all out. That way my HOA fee is smaller, and after that profit split, there's more income for them to keep.
Estamos aquí en el Azteca Deli restaurant. Super excited to be here with my new amigos. ¿Sí?
Yes,
bravo.
yes.
Bellissimo. It's very beautiful here. Lovely food. So I wanted to do this bilingual segment. So if you want to answer in Spanish, it's totally okay. But we'll start in a little bit of English. So tell us about, you have 2 locations, but today we're here in Westbury. Both locations are in Westbury?
Yes, we have both locations in Westbury.
Okay.
One is located at 151 Post Avenue, and this one, which is 485 Maple Avenue. We just opened this one last year on Mother's Day. We're gonna be the first anniversary this Mother's Day. So thank you so much.
Yay, that's really wonderful. It's
Thank you.
excellent. One of the things that people have told me about your restaurant, or your restaurants, is that the food is very authentic. It's very delicious. It's very good. This is the first time I've ever seen this. This is pozole blanco y puerco.
Yeah.
See? Okay. So it's a white corn soup? Or
Correct.
Yes, it's
Okay.
white corn soup.
okay.
It's the pork. It's like soup.
Yes.
It's soup.
It is.
Okay, with corn and it's some lettuce, onions. We put a lemon inside.
So some of this is like
lemon.
Okay.
This is spicy.
We call chile de árbol, and it's very
Too spicy.
spicy.
too spicy, don't do it.
Yeah, it's too spicy.
Too spicy?
And oregano.
And oregano. So if you put it in a dish, but don't eat it just solamente, so you don't eat it by itself.
It's a little bit.
Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit you put in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. It's always good to ask the question because I was going to stick and like, no. Too fiery, right? Okay, so I know that this is a burrito.
That's
See?
the burrito.
And what's inside? What is that? It's a carne?
That is a steak.
Okay.
We put lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos, and refried beans.
Oh, lovely.
Yes,
Okay.
very, very tasty. Very tasty.
It looks very, very good. Now, this is cow tongue, but in the way to say it in Spanish is pastor asada lengua.
Taco de lengua.
Okay, trying.
Lengua.
And what dish do you have?
I have bistec Azteca.
Okay.
Bistec Azteca. This is, ¿cómo se dice? Carne asada,
Steak.
steak.
With pepper? Is that like
Yeah.
what is the on top? Is that green pepper on top or what is
That's jalapeno.
that's a
Jalapeno
that's a
pepper.
wait a second.
Jalapeno.
This big thing is a jalapeno?
It's a jalapeno inside.
Oh, underneath. Okay. And what is this piece? What's the top?
We call nopales.
Okay.
Nopales and onions.
It's delicious. How did you come up with all the recipes?
Some of the recipes, they're like some from the center of Mexico.
Okay.
Where we've, like, one of my partners, she's from Veracruz, and we're from Morelos. So some of the recipes, they're from the town of Veracruz. Some of the recipes from Morelos,
Lovely.
which is mix of a little bit of here, a little bit of that. So it's
Okay.
very, very tasty.
It looks
So,
wonderful. So a lot of families come here for celebrations, right?
yes.
So what
yes.
happened was that your first location, you had so much business that you needed to open up a second location because a lot of people wanted to eat your food.
A lot of people that want to enjoy our food, and it's not enough space on the other location. So
Okay.
we decided to open this one, which is not that far from the other one. So when people go to the first location, is not sitting, we
Right.
send them here.
Wonderful.
We try, accommodate the whole, people around here. So
Okay.
that's one of the main reasons we opened the second location very close.
It's really lovely to hear too. I love all the decorations. You feel like you walked into somewhere. You feel like you walked into Mexico, right? So it's very, very nice. The atmosphere and also karaoke. I walked in and somebody was singing, right? So does that happen every day or just some days? Like what days do you have that?
We do karaoke every Tuesday on this location.
Tuesdays. Okay.
After
Tuesday.
5
Oh,
o'clock.
this is delicious.
And nutritious.
This is so really, really lovely. Wow. So I can tell, and the quality is really nice too. It's really, really, really amazing. I love food. I'm like a big foodie. So now what's the difference between the white sauce that's on top and this? Are they both cheeses? Do you call it queso or are they different?
The white thing on top, that is a sour cream.
Okay.
And that is a fresh cheese.
Okay.
It's like queso fresco, fresh
Okay.
cheese. And it's totally different thing, but the both taste really good. So the sauce, also you want to try the sauce. We have red sauce or green sauce, which is very tasty, but be careful with the red because it's very spicy
The red
too.
is really spicy, and the green is more like a
The green
verde.
is not that bad.
Okay, go ahead.
Como dicen los mexicanos, si no pica, no sabe.
No.
Tiene que- No sabe. Si no pica, no sabe.
Got it. This is really great. And the rice is also good. So this is a special kind of rice. Has special seasonings in it.
That is a typical Mexican rice. We made with carrots, green peas, corn, and we use fresh tomatoes to make that rice. It's
And
a
that's
real,
why it's flavors. It has the flavors of the vegetables in the rice.
yes, it's authentic Mexican recipe.
It's really good. Congratulations. This is really lovely. It's very,
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Thank you, thank you. How's the sauce? You like the sauce?
I do. I love it all. High quality ingredients made with like your traditional authentic way.
We use fresh vegetables for everything. We use fresh tomatoes, fresh jalapenos, cilantro, onions. We have this sauce made with green tomatillos. We use avocado, radish, cucumbers. Well, all the ingredients we use for our food is fresh. We don't use any like processing food or comes from the can or whatever. This is all fresh.
I can taste the difference.
That's how it's supposed to be the Mexican food.
It's
Everything
really
fresh.
wonderful. So some nights do you have to like wait a long time to get a table? Like, is there like a wait sometimes, or do you try to help everybody out?
Depends.
Or
Sometimes we try, maybe 15, 20 minutes, the longest.
okay,
And that's one of the reasons we opened the second location to people, try to see the people right away.
okay. And if somebody was wanting to like rent out the whole restaurant, do you do special events?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. We already host a couple of parties over here. From one of the parties, it was 50 people. So we ran the whole location for that party. And the second one, it was for 20 people.
Okay,
So,
20.
20.
I know my numbers. I know my numbers and my colors. Rojo. Right. I know my colors. Azul. Verde. I'm like, I don't know much Spanish. I tried to take Spanish in college. Some of it I remember, but I don't remember everything, right? So you were also saying you speak a little English, right?
Yeah,
Yes. But food is the language of love. Being here though, you really only need to know one thing, which is the food is muy bueno, but how would I say that in Spanish?
La comida es muy deliciosa.
I wish that you were here to dine with us, and I hope that you will come here. Both locations are in Westbury, right? So whether you're going to the Aztec Deli or the Aztec restaurant, maybe visit both. It's lovely here. The people are kind, friendly, warm, embracing, and I really feel like I sat down at their home. So mi casa is su casa, but su casa is mi casa. See,
Yes.
my home is your home, and your home is my home. And I thank you so sincerely for inviting me here. It's very special. I come from a family that owns restaurants myself. My grandfather was a chef, so I know what it takes to run a restaurant. It's a lot of long hours, a lot of hard work. Trabajan mucho.
duro.
Sí.
Trabajo duro.
Right. It's
We open from 9 o'clock to
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Okay.
Every single day, 7 days a week.
yes.
So we are hard workers, and we try to make people happy with the dishes from Mexico. We bring a little bit from Mexico to Long Island.
Please, if you could be here and taste this delicious food, or maybe just celebrate them or call them, whether it's a special occasion for you, this is really worth the trip. So be well.
Vieras cómo duele perder tu amor. Con tu adiós te llevas mi corazón. No sé si...
I grew up singing singing in a patriotic singing group called the Futures of America in St. Louis, Missouri. And it was in response to people burning our American flag. It was a softball group that we then turned into a singing group. And it was headed up by a director, Mr. George Furnall. Ever since then, I've loved our flag, I've loved our country, and joining us now are two very special guests. We have Dylan and Liam. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Dylan, you're with Liam, and the two of you, we're going to be talking about a very special book. What is that book, guys?
You want to tell me?
Why We Stand.
Why We Stand. Liam, what grade are you in?
Third grade.
You're in third grade. When you were finding out about this book, how did it feel? What did your heart think about this book?
Excited.
You're excited. It's a good book, right? So who's Dylan? Who's the guy next to you? Tell me why he's your friend.
He's my dad.
He's your dad.
Yep, so this is Liam. He's my oldest.
Yep.
He's 9 years old, and he was a big inspiration for why I wanted to make this book in the first place, him and his other little brothers. And so it's the whole reason this book even exists.
So it was interesting because my dear friend Scott told me about the two of you, and I thought it was such a warm and fabulous story. Liam, did you know that your dad was in the service and that he helps America? Did you know that?
Yes.
You did know that. Are you proud of your dad?
Yes.
Yeah, I know he's very proud of you. Tell us, Liam, about this book. Why should people read this book, Liam?
Because it teaches you about why we stand.
Yeah, and why is that? Why do we stand for our flag?
We stand for the soldiers who have died defending the USA.
Yeah, we really do. And I learned that at a young age, and you're in third grade, but I think it's important for everyone to know, right? Because the stars and the stripes, they mean something, they stand for something. And so Dylan, not only did you write it, but you also did the drawings, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so tell us about this. Tell us about this journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've always had a passion for art. And when I was about to graduate high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a living. And I was raised in a very patriotic family, and my parents are very supportive of the idea of me joining the service. And I also knew it would buy me a few years to figure out how I was going to make a living as an artist. And so it all kind of came together full circle, and I became a dad. And I have three incredible boys, and I read a lot of children's books to them. And I knew when I was reading the books and I was looking at the illustrations, the illustration part was something that I could do. And it was just a matter of, what kind of story would I want to make the book about? What kind of characters would I want to create? And I couldn't think of anything better that was more important to me than our service and what the flag means and the national anthem and the sacrifice that so many of our brave young men and women have made for our freedom. And so it was important to me that my boys grew up understanding, what the national anthem meant, why we want to stand for it, why it's important that we show respect. And now I have a whole list of future children's books I want to create, and I got more characters I want to add to the story, and it's just going to keep growing from here.
There's a place that's an old foundry, and I saw the book, The Pledge, in the gift shop. And I really believe like maybe the national parks and all these other wonderful places would be a wonderful place for your book. How are people able to get it now, Dylan and Liam? How can people get a copy of your book?
That would be incredible. Yeah, it's currently available at www.patriotickidsbooks.com. And then I also promote it on my social media. I have my own publishing company. It's called Real Patriot Publishing. So I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So.
Liam, what's something that you want people to know that's special about this book?
The scavenger hunt.
Okay, tell me about that.
My dad put a feather scavenger hunt in the book for other kids to find. There's 22 feathers in about every page. one feather on every page, but 22 feathers in all.
Yep, and Liam and his brothers helped me hide all the feathers on all the illustrations.
It sounds fabulous. It sounds really exciting. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you guys would like to share today?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna place my hand upon my heart because I see that you have the American flag behind you, and I just want to wish you both safety and joy in your travels. And I truly, really appreciate the fact that you brought this forth. You know, it's one thing to have an idea, but it's another thing to bring it forth into the world. So congratulations on your book, and looking forward to more things from your publishing company.
Thank you so much.
Okay, be well. Happy journeys to you both. Bye, Liam. Please tell your brothers I said hi too. What are your brothers' names, Liam?
Maddie, Madddox, and Asher, Asher.
Great. So we're going to give them a big wave too, right? Okay. Bye, guys. Take care. Happy journeys.
Thank you.
Be well. Bye-bye.
This is Donna Drake. Happy journeys.
Take my hand, come with me, and we'll find better ways to be something much more.
Thanks for watching Live It Up. You can visit us at liveituptvshow.com.